Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video here at MT Paradise. So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace the alternator in a 2014 Volkswagen Jetta S. I know it's the 2.0 liter, so if your engine obviously looks like this, then this will be for you. But it's going to be the alternator as well as the serpentine belt. So 2-in-1, it's going to be super awesome, so let's go ahead and get to it. Alright guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you where everything is first, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. So as you can see right here, this is the alternator. Underneath this little hose, you can kind of lift this up out of the way. But as you can see down here, this is the serpentine belt. There's a couple other gears just running to down there, but we're actually going to be starting with that first. Right down in there is one of the screws for the alternator, and then right here is the other one. So I'm going to go and do the serpentine belt since that kind of blocks it, and then I'm going to show you guys how to remove the alternator. So starting off, I have a 17mm wrench. You can actually stick it right here on the tensioner, pull it back towards you, and as you can see, it just loosened up the serpentine belt. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull back on that, pull the serpentine belt off, and then you can go ahead and leave that off while you do the alternator. So then whenever you're completely done, stick the alternator back on, and then throw the new serpentine belt back on. So let's go ahead and do it. There we go. And then when it comes to the serpentine belt, it is a double-sided. So if you're ever going to get a new one, definitely make sure you pick up a double-sided one. So now I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside. Alright guys, so the socket we're going to be using is a 13mm. It does fit right onto that bolt nice and snug. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and knock out the bottom one first, which I will need a little extender on the wrench first, just in order to reach back up in there. Might actually have to do a little short socket. Alright guys, let's see if this is gonna work. A lot of people do suggest taking off the tensioner first. For me, it's a lot of extra work that I really don't want to have to do. Alright, now that I loosened it, it's pretty much hand tight from here. So I can just unscrew it by hand, which is actually super easy. I have a feeling the top one's gonna be a lot harder because when one of them is super easy, that means the other one's gonna be significantly harder. And I'm already hitting the tensioner. So what I'm going to do is actually move the tensioner down. And it allows me to pull the screw all the way out. There we go. And it's actually a really long bolt. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that up here on the manifold just so it's up out of the way. And now I'm just going to go ahead and do the top one. Alright, now I got the second bolt pulled out. And I'm just going to go ahead and this might be a little snug. So I might have to like wiggle it out of place. So let me see what I'm gonna have to do on this one. Okay, so I don't know if I'd recommend this as the best method, but mine seems to be really stuck in place. So I have a little mallet. I've been whacking at it a little bit. And it has been sliding off just a little bit. So I'm hoping that with enough force I can get the top piece off and then I can get some leverage on it and wiggle off the bottom. All right, making a decent amount of progress. Took a little pry bar and kind of stuck it down in here between the mount and the alternator itself. So I'm just kind of whacking at that, and hopefully that'll kind of get it popped off. I can already see that it's coming off of the bracket, but it's on there really snug. Oh, here we go, it's coming off. All right, so now that's off the top, let's just go ahead and grab onto it and try to wiggle it out of place and try to get it off the bottom. Alright guys, so I just got the pry bar kind of down below. I feel like I've gotten it loose, so I'm just going to go ahead and try to wiggle this up out of here. Alright, so as you can see right here, there's a little tiny nut that holds on a little bracket that holds the wires in place. And then there's a little plug right here. We're just going to go ahead and unplug the little plug. There's a little tab right up on the top. Lift the tab, and that comes right off. I am going to go ahead and get down in there and try to get that little nut. Let me see what size it is. Alright guys, so it's actually an 8mm. Let me go ahead and hook it onto that. Let me grab the camera and bring it down so you guys can see. So right here is what I'm talking about. We just unplugged that plug right there. And then you're going to see the little nut right there that holds the bracket that holds the wires in place. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that off. All right, so I got that little nut off. I'm just gonna set it off to the side. I'm gonna pop the wires off of that little bolt. So then I don't know how well you can see it, but let me get the camera a lot closer. All right, so now what we're gonna do, there's this little tiny black cover right here, and this right here is the connector that connects all the way to the battery. So what we're gonna do is a little flathead screwdriver. I'm just gonna pop off this little cover here. I'm gonna be careful not to lose it. There we go. So a little cover pops right off and it reveals a nut sitting right there. So what we're gonna do is, let's try the 13 millimeter. So 13 millimeter, just like the brackets were. So now we're just gonna go ahead and pop that off and the alternator will be removed. All right, so now that I got that nut removed, I can go ahead and unplug the wire that goes to the battery. So it's gonna wiggle that right off. And just like that, the alternator is free. Now I just gotta find a way to wiggle it up out of here. Let's go move some of these hoses out of the way and it'll be good to go. There we go. And now it's free. Man, you can definitely tell this thing is filthy. There's a bunch of gunk all up in there. That might be why it stopped working. Yeah, this thing is super dirty. So let's go ahead and put in the new one. So nice enough, the new one actually came with a new little screw that's gonna hold on the battery wire. So that was pretty cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the new one. Let me kind of get it lined up a little bit. Down into here. There we go. Just gotta finesse it in. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of set it off to the side here. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do everything I did, but in reverse. So I'm gonna take the cable from the battery. I'm gonna get this lined up here and get it hooked onto the little bolt here. We'll take the screw or the nut, screw it right back on. I'm gonna take this other little plug. Just gonna go ahead and plug that back into place. And while everything's still kind of loose, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that little wire bracket onto the other little bolt that sticks out, just so that I can actually get that on and everything while it's still a little loose. There's still a little bit of room to work with everything. I'm gonna go ahead and put that little cap right back on, because it's gonna help keep that connection nice and clean and protected. All right, so now that I got everything in place, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get this lined right back up onto the bracket here, which right now this fits so much better than the other one did. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put in that top bolt to kind of help hold it in place in the meantime. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand tighten that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stick the bottom one in. Don't forget, you're gonna have to move the tensioner in order to get that bolt in place. There we go. Just gonna go ahead and hand tighten that one. And then now I'm just gonna go ahead and screw it into place. Just gonna leave it a little bit loose so that I can kind of wiggle this around and get the other bolt down the bottom in place. All right guys, now it looks amazing with the new alternator. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put the serpentine belt back in. We're gonna put I'm gonna be putting a new one on. You can put the old one back in, or you can put a new one on if you want. But remember how it cycles through, because you're gonna have to work it all back down in there how it went. And if you don't remember, then that's gonna be kind of a pain. I'm gonna start with the gears down at the very bottom, because those are gonna be the hardest ones to do first. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with those. All right guys, so now that I pretty much have it all twisted around through how it should be, I'm just gonna go ahead and loosen the tensioner and try to get this back up onto the top of the alternator. Here we go, and I'm just kind of sliding it over the alternator right now. It's a little snug. There we go. And now I can go ahead and release the pressure. And I'm just gonna double check. So down here, it's actually slightly off of the wheel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and loosen that pressure, slide it over a little bit where it needs to be. And just go ahead and double check everything to make sure that everything is correctly on the right wheels and it's sitting in the exact spot between, like perfectly centered onto the drums. Which right now, everything is in place. It looks good to go. As you see, everything is completely done. I'm just gonna go ahead and move this hose back down to where it should be. So it was sitting about right there, and everything's good to go. All right, so I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any questions or concerns, definitely put down in the comments below. Links to the alternator as well as The Serpentine belt are going to be down in the description. All the tools I use, everything down in the description down below. And if you want to pick up some spark plugs or the ignition coil pack, definitely down below. I do have another video on that, so definitely go check that out. But if you guys like this video, definitely hit that like button. If it helped you out, definitely hit that subscribe button. Also, you can see all kinds of other videos I've done for this car. But like, subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching.